Hi, bye. I'm Josh.
And I'm Heather, and we are from Try Hard Enthusiast. I don't know why my brain just lagged there.
I don't know either.
On Twitch and Instagram.
Hmm?
And yeah, pickup video. We got.
I have no idea what number we're on.
It doesn't matter about the number anymore. The intention of this one was to do it when we didn't have a lot of stuff, and then stuff.
Our mailbox like vomited stuff out recently.
Yeah, pretty much. So the little bit of stuff that we had.
The thing is, there's like, I know of at least 3 games coming in on Tuesday.
And there's a game coming in tomorrow, and then the other ones are spaced out because Amazon's dumb nowadays.
The one I was hoping for today, I don't think it's going to be here until probably tomorrow now.
What?
Huh?
What?
Octopath has been in the mail for like
Oh, okay.
a while now.
Ooh, I got scared because I thought you ordered something else that I ordered. Anyways, let's continue. So,
okay.
we're going to do our current pickup video, so we'll have another pickup video here soon.
Most likely.
But this is, I don't even remember how long that we've kind of been accumulating a lot of this stuff. But it's definitely not from one singular place. This is very much a hodgepodge of different locations, and
Yeah, I feel like our last video was December.
that sounds about right.
Weird.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But we're gonna start off with our Switch and PS4 games because that's kind of what we have an equal amount of. So I'm gonna do the Switch
kind
games.
of like the most of the actual just games.
Yeah, because we have a lot of other odds and end type stuff too.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do the Switch games, and you are gonna do the
Yeah. PS4.
PS4 games. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Sure. First up, we have Kamiwaza, Way of the Thief. I thought this game looked stupid, but
I'm
she's excited for it because it's very much in the style of like the old Tenchu.
Tenchu.
Yeah, Tenchu.
No, Tenshi's an anime. Very good anime, mind you, but
Yeah. But it's a stealth game with very exaggerated like cinematics and stuff.
and I like my stealth games.
It looks very silly, very like B-movie-esque.
Campy.
Yeah.
First for the Switch, I picked this up on the Switch just because I thought it would be a fun idea one of these days when we're doing like a 30-minute car ride to do like how we determine whether or not we get stuff for the Switch or the PS4. But this is one of those games that, you know, regardless, I'm always going to get it on the Switch. But picked up Potion Permit, and of course I picked up from GameStop, so their nice sealed game is just a sticker over it, and
A sticker that's hard to get off.
I haven't bothered trying to take it off yet.
Oh god, we gotta just use some Google on that.
But this is kind of like a Stardew farming type game, but the whole premise is you're getting potions, or you're making potions and you're trying to help the people in your town, so it pulls into that alchemy style. I'm gonna eat you, cat.
Is he back here?
Yes. Sorry, my ADD's real bad today. But it pulls into that the alchemy and the craft making.
I don't know where he went.
Behind you.
Shoosh. Sorry.
But also, this was starting to get really hard to find, so I snagged it up when it was on sale.
Nice. So next up for this is Neon Abyss on the PS4, which is a side-scroller, isn't it?
Yes.
Side-scrolling platform.
I'm trying to think of a good comparison. I don't know, I like the art style, and it looked like it'd be fun. I think it's a twin stick, honestly.
I can't tell from the box art.
That's never good.
No. It definitely is a side-scrolling platformer with... looks like bullet hell.
That sounds about right.
I mean, it looks pretty.
It was one of limited run's distribution copies, because at one point I'd picked up quite a few of those, so they're kind of like smattered throughout here. Next I have Outbound Ghost. This looked really cute. It kind of has that Paper Mario style to the characters. It is an RPG. There was a lot of controversy with this, kind of like the Sinking City with the developer and publishers. So
Been a lot of that lately.
yeah. but I thought it looked cute. And I got it for the Switch. Kind of wish I got it from the PS4, but...
So this next one, for some reason we realized we didn't have this game. But it is Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. I don't know how we didn't have it, but it was not in our collection.
I think it was because we were planning on getting the collector's edition at some point. We just never did. Because you were looking at it on sale for a while.
Yeah. So funny, look at like, the visuals of this game. The characters of this game look like what Vagrant Story wanted to look like back on the PS4.
He does look like the main character of Vagrant Story.
Like, even just like the cinematics, like, it has that look of Vagrant Story, just much cleaner.
Well, Vagrant Story was a Enix game, right?
I think so.
Square game?
I couldn't stand it. It was I played it for a little while and I was like, this game's horrible.
But we still got it.
I know. I thought the graphics were horrible on it too, and everybody's like, "It's such amazing graphics." I'm like, they look like blurred images.
That was the appeal of it back then.
No.
But next, I have a game from Premium Edition, which they make some really nice, like, even not so much collector's editions, but like just deluxe editions. And I picked up the deluxe edition of Rain on, is it on Your Parade? Yeah, Rain on Your Parade. This just looked like fun. Because you just run around.
Causing
like it says, create all types of chaos.
Yeah.
That is my kind of game.
You're just a storm cloud, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
You just fly around, dick around, mess with people. And then the deluxe editions always come with a dog tag.
We should get a chain or something to
What's
put
the
on the
camera
dog
doing?
tag. I don't know what that's about.
I don't know what it is either. Sorry, my camera's doing weird things.
Next up, I don't think I know anything about this one.
Let me see. I don't remember. Like, I remember, but I don't remember. I think it was just another Weeby style game.
Okay. Oh, it is Super Bullet Break. Yeah, it looks like you're fighting a bunch of anime girls and collecting anime girls. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
But
it's just a dungeon crawler where you're collecting and fighting anime girls like Pokemon.
And it's not... I don't feel like it's one style. Like, it's different styles of RPGs.
It's a deck builder.
Yeah.
Strategy roguelike. That's exactly what it says in the back.
I don't know. It looked interesting, but I don't feel like we'll ever be able to stream it. We might.
Not.
But we might not.
Oh, suggested themes.
Which, technically, Twitch says as long as it's a mature game.
It's rated for teen adolescents. It's just fantasy, violence, suggestive themes, and model language. Has nothing about anything else.
Well, because I really wanted to do like an after hour. Funny, say after hours when we always stream at night, but an after hours Twitch stream with like Punchline, and you remember that game. Alright, next, I actually picked this up from a local video game store in Rehoboth that surprisingly carries some VGN soft games. They carry a lot of stuff that I wouldn't expect a local store to have in this area. But it's Earth Atlantis. And this game's always interested me, but I've never picked it up, and they had it. And we got parking, so I figured, hey, we got parking, I'm gonna buy something. Because this never happens.
Where was it
at? Game On in Rehoboth.
Oh.
It was like one of the few things that we got that day, but...
Yeah, because we were actually able to park right in front of the store that day. Which is...
the glory of going to beach towns in the off-season.
Usually you're parking 8 blocks away. Next up is actually a birthday present for her, which I was surprised that we didn't have it to start with.
Because it was expensive. It was like a $70 or $60, $70 PS4 game on release.
I think that's what it was still.
No, I thought you said you got on sale.
Not that much of a sale.
Oh, okay.
But it is Psychonauts 2. Really don't have much to say about it. It's just Psychonauts. I mean,
they made it seem like there wasn't going to be a physical edition of it, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, there's a physical edition, but it's expensive as fuck.
It's a normal price game.
No.
Well, not for PS4.
No, not for PS4. The next game, I'm wiping all the chinchilla dust everywhere.
That's a black case.
It is a black case. I don't know if it's going to show up.
Probably not.
But I picked up... maybe? My phone isn't up.
Give you a hint, it's dark.
There we go. You can kind of see it there, but it's Darkest Dungeon. I don't know why I picked this up, but I did. Yeah, I think I just wanted to torment myself. I like the art style, I really do. I don't know why I'm trying to read anything on the back of this case, because...
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I understand what they were doing with the case design, but... why? Like, you can't even see what the game is.
It's just a game that's hard for the sake of being hard.
I'm not sure on the back of that case. So next up for this is a Mega Quintet, which I think is just another collecting girls and fighting them game.
It's kind of an idle game. It's another Compile Hearts game, so you got your cutesy anime girls that are trying to save the world for some notion.
Why do they always give like the smallest girl the biggest hammer?
Because it's hilarious.
That one has a fucking cannon.
I mean, it seemed like through the jank, it could be interesting.
Harness the power of music.
Yeah, because they're idols.
Yeah.
They're J-pop idols. Next game is another one of the distribution games from Limited Run that I picked up, and it is #Drive. This is actually the Steelbox edition, which I have expected Limited Run just to put a slipcover on it and send it on its way, not have like a nice like box for it. But it's just like a cheesy arcade driving game. So I figure that could be fun to waste a few hours on.
Next up we have Soldiers, which is a nice side-scrolling Metroidvania style.
Which I'm wondering which release it is of it, because apparently the initial release of the game was dummy hard, and even the publishers was like, yeah, we fucked up. Don't worry, we're gonna put a patch out for this.
That. Yeah, it has multiple heroes you can choose from, and you're basically just going through a dungeon and beating stuff up in 16-bit style. Looks like fun. Fast paced. So
the next game, I kind of did one over on Walmart, because if they have something labeled as a price, even if it's in the wrong spot, they gotta honor the price. And I didn't even ask for them to honor the price. I figured it was just like, oh, it's on sale, so I'll pick it up. I got the Pokemon Shield with the expansion pack, and I got it for the price of the regular release. Because I don't know if this like came in. Oh, it's got a tear on the label. I don't know if this cake was like a return from somebody's online order or what, but they just stuck it right in front of all the regular ones. So I went in store. It's like, hey, I want that, and the guy's like, that's actually not in the right spot.
Yeah, my guess is whoever was stocking the shelves just saw.
That's probably why they returned it.
Saw the Pokemon Shield and was like, oh, it's this one. It's got a rip in it.
No, it's like,
or a puncture.
It's like the recycling emblem that sometimes they stamp into the plastic. It's like they stamped it too hard. So somebody probably bought it and returned it because it was like damaged.
There's not the recycling emblem.
It looks like it. It's triangular in shape. Either way.
I think it's a like something hit the case and pushed.
Well, either way, I think somebody returned it and they just kind of stuck it.
There's also a tear in the label there.
I didn't notice that.
It's
that would
quite big one.
That would be why it got returned.
Well, it's a tear in the wrapper, not the label.
Yeah.
If you turn,
it's missing part of it.
Yeah,
too.
if you turn it on its side, you can see it really well.
That would be no, because you can see like an S in there. We're taking too long on this, but that would be why it got returned. So because somebody returned it back to the local Walmart, I got it for standard price.
Yeah. I actually don't know what this is.
I can talk on it if you want.
But this is Baldo the Guardian Owls.
So that is more of a puzzly type game in the Studio Ghibli art style. They made it look a lot like Ni no Kuni when it came out, and everybody thought it was going to be like this great game, but apparently it flopped. And I purchased that from Pix and Love because I thought they were the only people that were going to be doing a physical release of it. And me, the fool, realized quickly that there was a US release. So, but it's got different cover in the US release, which is kind of nice at least.
Yeah, I don't recognize this.
It didn't really get a lot of publicity. Ooh, words. So next, you can get this game on Amazon, but price charting says it's like a $75 game now. I don't quite get this. But I picked up Unpacking for the Switch. Do not pay eBay prices. You can get this on Amazon as a limited run Amazon store copy for $35. But I like dumb, stupid, mindless games like this. And I feel like this can occupy me for a few hours. Easily. So
Next up is probably the best game ever. Is Roombo First Blood. Where you're literally just a robot vacuum defending its home and then cleaning up the carnage afterwards. It's fucking hilarious and dumb at the same time. He's hiding on a couch.
Is he on the couch or under the couch?
No, he's on the couch.
Oh, fuck.
But, yeah, I can't wait just to play this just to see how stupid it is.
I think it's going to be great.
I think we're going to have a blast with it. But, I mean, let's be real, it really is dumb. But it's funny at the same time.
So the next game, I kind of been holding out buying it for a while. Excuse me, and I wanted to buy it with the strategy guide, which I'll show later. But,
It actually goes perfect for the next Monday.
I broke down and bought Stardew Valley. Because, I mean, I don't hate... Ooh, compatible with all future downloadable content. Interesting. And it says that version 1.5 is included on the disc. The disc. The disc.
Yeah. I understand what you're trying to say there.
It's funny.
It is.
But no, like, I don't necessarily hate these kinds of games, but at the same time, they're not the first thing that I gravitate to, so that's why I kind of pulled off playing them. But
on that note, Doraemon Story of Seasons.
Because we weren't getting a US release of that. That is too Japanese for Americans.
It's the same thing as that.
I know, but it's Doraemon, so...
I know. It's just funny that was next. Yeah, not even gonna talk about it because it's just Story of Seasons with Doraemon.
So next, have Billion Road, which if you know anything about games like Dokapon Kingdom, this falls into the same realm, or like Fortune Street for the Wii. Yeah. But it's just a board game where you fuck over your friends and just a bunch of wacky shenanigans. No combat like Dokapon, but...
So...
Don't ask me what order they go in, I don't remember.
I don't know. But next up is Atelier Ferris, The Alchemist and the Mysterious Journey.
From ToolAffiliate.com.
Alexa, go to sleep.
I don't know what will happen.
I feel like that's gonna happen a lot this video.
But yeah, it's Atelier. We've been on an Atelier kick lately.
And that is one of the mysterious trilogy, but not trilogy.
Should I just do all of this?
Sure, because mine will be quick.
Yeah. So to go along with that, we have more Atelier. We have Atelier Liddy and Suli, The Alchemist and the Mysterious Paintings. Atelier Sophie, The Alchemist and the Mysterious Book. And Atelier Sophie 2, The Alchemist of the Mysterious Dream. I don't like their titles.
So it is the entire mysterious, keywords, mysterious, trilogy.
Yeah.
But not trilogy because they came out with Sophie too. But apparently Sophie is one of most people's favorite Atelier game. So. And to kind of go along with that in a way, so this is actually a limited run distribution copy, but this is Arc of the Alchemist. So it's an alchemy game, and you customize shit, and you run around with like little anime girls. It seemed interesting, so that's why I picked that one up. And then last for Switch games is Grapple Dog, which this is kind of like a oh, is it Bionic
It's
Commando?
Bionic Commando, but you're a dog.
And this is actually the same developer as Good Boy Galaxy, the game that kickstarted. They were working on this the same time. It's just they were able to get this one out first.
Really?
Yep. So that is all of our Switch and PS4 games. Clean up a little bit and be right back with some more shenanigans.
Yep. Okay, next up we have PS5. At least I'm pretty sure it's a PS5.
I'm pretty sure I bought the PS5 one, but it does not tell you.
It doesn't tell you anywhere.
Nope.
But this is... I don't even know how to say that. Anomutationin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a side-scrolling cyberpunk, like 2.5 HD kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a giant dog.
Once again, I will buy anything if it has a really cool looking art style.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool. Is that a corgi on the bar?
What? It might be. Profile surprises. Yeah. Through the main store, you can chat with a cyborg corgi.
Oh god.
I didn't even know that. Yes. Now it's too much like Valhalla
That's
with the Shiba Inus.
that's adorable.
I didn't even know that. Jesus.
Okay. And it's limited run, so card.
So next, we have another small video game store in the area. They are primarily comics and retro toys, but they've started selling video games and
Yeah, they do a lot of collectibles, and they have a lot of really expensive stuff in there.
so one of the things that they posted online, because they posted like a whole collection that they bought, and it's like, I'm coming in for this and this. The first one was Boktai, which this game, it's a Kojima game, like back when he was with Konami. And essentially it's got a little solar sensor in here, and you're supposed to like charge up stuff. Like I think you charge up your weapons with the sun, and it's just really cool and hard to find. And number 2 is significantly more expensive loose than that.
Next up from Limited Run, we have Demon Turf. That sounds like that is
Oh
loose.
damn it, that was not loose to begin with.
It's a 3D platformer. That's pretty much all I can get from the back of this box.
So essentially, Limited Run commandeered the PS4, PS5, and Switch release of Demon Turf, whereas it did have a physical retail release, but only for the Xbox One X. No. You try later.
Try later.
Yeah.
Yeah, see in there.
No. While he's fooling around with that, when we went to the store, that sounds like it.
Yeah, it's not loose anymore.
There we go. I don't like doing that though, because you're pushing down on the case art, and
Yeah,
I know
but-
they say it doesn't damage it, but I'm pretty sure that damages it. But so the other game that I picked up at the store on this run, because I realized that there's 2 other games for them. They had Castlevania Portrait of Ruins Complete. They also had,
Aria of Sorrow.
yes, Complete in box, but
With wrapper still in the box.
but they wanted significantly more than this, and I didn't want to drop more than I did for these 2 at the
Yeah.
time. So
I wanted it, but that was just a little too much for
yeah, they
the
wanted
time.
200, which I mean, that's actually not a bad price.
No, it's not a bad price. I just
Didn't want to drop
didn't wanna
200.
drop 200 on it.
Yeah.
Next up we have Saints Row Day 1 Edition. This game received quite a bit of hate.
And we got it on sale.
Yeah.
I think I waited till it was $20 on Amazon. That's when I picked it up.
Yeah. There's more Saints Row actually trying to be Grand Theft Auto now instead of Well, it's Saints Row going back to the roots of Saints Row, not the insanity that it became.
not the hey, I have a giant purple dildo sword. Kind of.
And people didn't like that.
Yeah. So the next thing is a accessory item to a game. I thought I was getting a authentic box, but that ended up being fake. But I was trying to complete my copy of Harvest Moon 3 for the Game Boy Color. So I have the manual. Thought I had the box and the insert, but looks like I'm on the search for another box. But I got it pretty cheap, so I need to get one of those like repro cases for it. Actually, no, it's got a repro case, so I just need to stick this in there when I'm done.
Oh, it does.
Yep.
Next up for the PS5, we have Mech Warriors 5 Mercenaries. It's a mech game. I mean, there's not a lot to say about that.
But it's the only one of the series that is on a home console. The rest of them are all PC games.
Really? I didn't know that.
Neither did I until I was starting to look for the other games. I'm like, oh, guess I'm not getting those.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much like all other mech games. You're just getting in a mech and killing things. That mech has an eyeball.
Well, to go along with that, when we were at Game On, where I got the Earth Atlantis, picked up Robotech Invasion, because, A, I didn't realize that there was another Robotech game from this generation, and it was cheap. So I said, why not?
And then next we have Cal the Kangaroo, which is essentially Banjo and Kazooie, but with a kangaroo.
Yeah,
Right?
I think it's more like Spyro and Crash, like that era of run around collectathon. No, Banjo Kazooie was 2 and that is 1.
They're still collectathons.
That's like Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
It's still a collectathon.
But it's a single protagonist.
It's still a collectathon.
It's not the same.
It's a 3D platforming collectathon.
It's not the same.
It's a genre.
It's not the same. It does not fit into that genre. You can tell I watch too much
Except you're a kangaroo.
TikTok. Back to Red Bandana, which is the other local store. On a separate trip, before they had gotten in the one collection, I'd picked up a couple PSP games. And one of them was actually a Legends of Heroes game. Because this doesn't necessarily pop up too often in our area. And this is the Tears of Vermilion. Don't ask me where in the whole Legend of Heroes timeline it fits in. I have
no
not
idea.
a clue.
This next game is another like cyberpunky game. She has an arm cannon. Is Severed Steel. This is it's a first-person action stylistic fighter. I mean, you're just running through levels, parkouring, shooting people with guns and cannons and swords, and
I think the whole premise is she's trying to get back at the company that experimented on her or something of that nature. But
yeah, looks fun.
Fast-paced game. The other PSP game that I picked up was Star Ocean First Departure, because I did not have either of these games. So now I just need to get, is it Second Coming or?
Oh, the PSP re-releases?
Yeah, I can't remember what the second one was.
Yeah, I don't think we had the PS1 version.
Which also means I need to get, the PS1 has a different name, I think, for 2. But now I gotta get the strategy guides for these.
Oh god. I don't know anything about this. It's a visual novel. This is Crimson Spires.
I think it's got vampires in it. It's a East Asia soft game, so I think at one point it was sold on Play Asia. But it's kind of like an exploring Otome visual novel-y type.
I'm gonna say you unlock romance paths, so...
But you're trying to solve mysteries too. So you actually like walk around the level and like look for clues and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immerse yourself in the mystery through a blend of 2D and 3D visual styles. I mean, the art style looks good. It just It's a visual novel.
So to go on with the Atelier kick of all the PS4 games, I decided to finally just go ahead and get the last, well, technically the first game in the Dusk trilogy, Atelier Aisha. It's Alchemist of Dusk. I initially didn't get this game because this game has the time limit like firmly in it, whereas the other two are more combat heavy. They don't focus as much on the timeline, although it's still there. But apparently this is a lot of people's like favorite game in this series. So.
And then last up for the PS5, we have Dungeon Munchies, which is a Metroidvania where you can eat the enemies.
Don't you harvest the enemies to craft things? Like
Yes.
craft foods?
Yes.
Yeah.
It looked hilarious when we watched the trailer.
I think that's a booklet.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a booklet or a game. I can't tell. Can't really see inside.
Well, while you preoccupy yourself with that, I
The
figured...
seal on this thing is horrible.
Yeah, it's got that weird, like, shrink-a-dink seal. Which is factory. It's not a fake or repro or anything like that. But I figured since I was picking up the last game for the Dusk trilogy, I picked up all the games for the Mysterious trilogy. At this point, I might as well just go ahead and collect all of the Atelier games. Would you just stop? It is fine.
I think it's actually the disc.
Because you've been shaking it around.
No.
But I went ahead and started picking up the Arlen trilogy. So this one is Totori, The Adventure of Arlen. I actually have, was it Maruru and... shit, what's the first one? Atelier... Not Iris, not Aisha. Arlen? No. I can't remember what the other one's called, but I have the other two for this in the mail. Eventually I plan on getting the one that I can't remember its name. There's a DX version of it on the PS3 that they upgraded the graphics and added more side quests and like revamped a whole bunch of stuff. That one's kind of expensive. So that is all of the games for right now. We're gonna kind of clear space and get ready for all of the odds and end type things, which
She went overboard.
I did not go overboard, but you'll see.
She went overboard.
I did not. Alright, so the last thing we have is all of like the odds and ends kind of stuff that we normally save till the end. So I'm pretty much just going to be solely showing strategy guides. Because I bought a lot of strategy guides. A lot of strategy guides. But I bought them all used, so it's fine because a lot of them are like $4 or $5 a piece. And it's kind of nice. So,
Where we're gonna put them?
Make room. That's where we're gonna put them. Well, I should say I bought them all used. One or two of them I think I bought used, but they were new. They're still shrink wrapped. But I purchased one book from the third local video game store that I don't think we're gonna go to anymore because it's just a dump now.
Yep.
But I purchased one book and it actually lit the fire in my butt to get the other ones. So I purchased all of the remaining Assassin's Creed guides that I did not have. Unfortunately, one of them is stuck in Philly right now. But so I got Black Flag, the hardbound copy of Unity, Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 1. Stop smiling.
That's why I didn't have that actually.
Me too. I would have thought that I did. I had originally Assassin's Creed 2. I had 2. We already had Odyssey, Origins, and I feel like there was one other in there that we already had. But yeah, Rogue, which this was the most expensive out of all of them. This one was like, all the rest of these were like $6 at most. I think maybe one was $8. This one was $21. I don't know why this one was so expensive. But then 3, which I'm surprised I didn't have this one because I have like the uber big collector's edition of it. But this one is actually still sealed. So that's all the ones that I ordered in one fell swoop on Amazon because I decided to go ahead and get the rest of the Assassin's Creed books.
First item I'm going to do here is actually hers, but this was an impulse buy of hers when we went into another game slash just kind of...
It's a bookstore.
Yeah, it's a used book media store.
Yeah, media. There we go. That's good.
But it's Ein in a briefcase.
He's so cute!
Like, it's adorable. So...
It's one of those U2's figures, which is kind of nice because they sold it with the plastic protector case on it, so I don't gotta worry about that later. Should I do a couple of guides?
Yeah, I only have one, too. I have 5 things.
Okay, cool. So, surprisingly, we didn't
6
have just a regular Sun and Moon strategy guide. We had the Sun and Moon Pokédex and the Ultra Sun and Moon guide in Pokédex, but not the actual guide, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick that bad boy up to go along with Stardew Valley. When I ordered it, I ordered both of them from Fangamer, and I got the 4th edition strategy guide for Stardew Valley. And then at the same store that we picked up Ein, got the Pokédex for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which that goes along with another guide that we have in our stack.
We almost picked up the guy for Suikoden 2 until we realized they were charging $90-something for it. Wasn't it?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
90-something.
It was, or was it? No, it wasn't 200. It was 90.
Yeah, it was like 90-something.
And they had it just out on the shelf because at first I read it as like, oh, it's $9.50. Yeah, we'll pick it up. I mean, one of these days we'll get it. And then I looked at it again, I'm like, yeah, no, we're gonna put
Oh,
that
that's funny. I looked at the other sticker that was on the book that said like $12.95. I'm like, that's not bad.
It's like, no, that's the wrong sticker. And then it's like, yeah.
We looked at their actual sticker and it's like, oh no, we're gonna put that back. Next up, we got the Stream controller from Razer. This is actually the Loop Deck Live. Just Razer branded. And this is what we replaced our actual streaming controller with.
Because we were just using a Razer Tartarus.
Yeah. And after some setup
Angers,
it's working really well.
That thing was making me mad.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, picked up Dark Cloud 2 because it's just one of those guides that, oh, I didn't realize it had that bad of a tear in it. Oopsie poopsies. It's just an RPG series I didn't realize I didn't have the guide for. I also picked up Dark Cloud 2 to go with that. And so dusty, and it wasn't even out in the dining room for that long. I picked up this guide for Final Fantasy VIII, which was not cheap at all.
I don't know why.
So this isn't the standard guide. It's got so much dust on it. We have critters that like dust baths, and you leave anything near them, and that's better. So the regular guide is a Brady guide, the most common one. Where this piggyback one, I don't think was published as much. So there's very few offers on eBay. This one was a bid with a buy it now of, I think, 60. Yeah, like I said, this one was not cheap. But most of them were like $80, $90 for this, so... yeah.
Nice.
Rare Final Fantasy guide.
Next up, she got a...
On Impulse. Complete Impulse.
Of course. Xbox...
You don't gotta say it like
Just a regular
that.
one. It's a series.
Yeah, it's a
Xbox
series.
Series controller. Is the Lunar Shift. Which is quite pretty.
It's really kind of cool.
I say, the good thing about Xbox is you can just pop them right open really easily.
I don't collect mini controllers, but I do kind of like collecting the Xbox ones if it catches
But
my
it's kind of
fancy.
a silver with all the white buttons and
It's got the
That's about
rubber
it.
grip on the back.
yeah, it has the rubberized grip, but most of the Xbox controllers do now. That's just there to hold the cover on.
No, this is the pull tab
Oh.
from the box.
Yeah. It's Xbox controller. It's pretty. She wanted it.
It was complete. Well, I looked it up online because our local Target had a couple of them, and you could not buy them on Amazon. They were not cheap anywhere else online. So I said, fuck it. It was on sale. First off, because I think I paid $45 for it. When they're normally, what, 60, 70?
I don't know. I haven't bought a controller in a while.
All I know is all of the Xbox controllers the day I went in and got Giant Pikachu was on sale.
Yeah. I mean, there's a controller I want to buy, but I'm not spending the money on it right now.
Oh, the PS5.
Yeah.
Okay, next, the video game store that I mentioned that we weren't going to go into that sparked my Assassin's Creed buying. I picked up Assassin's Creed Syndicate, still sealed. Unfortunately, I did not get it for a penny, but it's just because whoever got it when GameStop was pennying out their guides, which happened quite often back in the day. But then I also picked up a World of Final Fantasy guide because this isn't a very common guide. And it was one of the few guides that they had that I needed that wasn't, you know, missing pages or
Destroyed.
covers ripped in half or...
So, let's do this next.
Yeah.
So next up, she picked up a Amberdick.
Abernick, yeah.
There's an N in there. Anyway, it is a illegal device.
It is an emulator.
It is an illegal device.
In a pretty color.
It is. It's actually got pretty good build quality to it from the initial feel and playtest.
That, and it can play up to PS1, which I'm wondering with the two sticks if you can get PS2 to run on it. I was thinking about trying that later maybe. But it actually came, which was what makes it kind of illegal, is it came with a literal, I'm not even exaggerating, a literal shit ton of ROMs on it. And they all run pretty good, even the PS1. Like, I was playing Legend of Dragoon at one point, and it was pretty nice. So, figured just for ha-has, it'd be fun to have something like that. You got one more thing?
I got 3 more things.
Three. Oh,
Yeah, you've been doing like 4 or 5 books at a time.
because I had 2 stacks of books. Okay, so you got 3 more things? So then, granted, it's
That seal
coming
is
off.
basically not there.
But I did not have the guide for the Star Ocean, which is Integrity and Faithlessness. Probably the least hated,
That was
or the
4.
most hated Star Ocean
Was
game.
that 4 or is that 5?
This is the one on the PS4. So what was time?
To the end of time is 3.
So then I believe this is 4. All I know is it's pretty much one of the most hated Star Ocean games, and yeah. I like hardcover books too.
So my next 2 items actually just came in like right before we started filming this. But it is the PlayArts Kai Sonen from Final Fantasy VII Remake Intrograde.
Are we still recording? We're still recording.
We're still recording. You sit right there. And along with that is the Yuffie figure.
Is her hood up?
Huh?
Like on her figure?
Yeah.
Really? Oh!
It has changeable faces.
No, we're not changing the face. We're leaving that hood on.
Okay.
I like the hood. It's cute.
I mean, I usually don't change the faces because it's a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah.
Also, especially the hands. Like, I feel like I'm gonna break the hands every time I try to change them. But yeah, 2 more of the PlayArts figures to add to my collection of Final Fantasy VII figures.
Which we need to man down.
Yeah, okay,
Which
you
we
can
need to
sit
get a new IKEA shelf for to make some room.
Yeah.
So another expensive guide that I picked up is Breath of Fire 4 because Breath of Fire expensive. I think I got this fairly cheap for what it is. I don't know. I know I've said it before, but I like getting regardless of how scrawny the strategy guides are, I like getting guides for RPGs.
I like them for the maps.
Yes.
That's all I use them for, is the maps.
And then sometimes items.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do your last thing, or do you want me to finish up?
You can finish it. We'll end with this.
Okay. So, when we went to...
That was second in Charles.
I know this was. This one wasn't. That one was. I don't know. When we went to second in Charles, we picked up Dungeon Siege Strategy Guide. Or Dungeon Siege 3, sorry. And then I can't remember if it was this one or the other one, but I also... Oh, it's this one. It's got a sticker. I picked up the strategy guide for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because I figured strategy guides are also another one of those things that I wouldn't mind. Ew.
It has an original receipt in it, too.
No, this is our receipt, but it's got this, because it also still has the map in the back. But, with the type chart, which it's loose, so I'm surprised it's actually still in there. But I figured at one of these days, one of these points, I need to pick up all of the Pokemon strategy guides. And there's only a couple more that I need, so.
Yeah. And then last but not least, let's change the right side up. Barbosa. This is first 4 figures. Yeah, it's the only one left for the Zelda Breath of the Wild set is Mempha, which has not been shipped yet.
I thought they haven't done Daruk yet. That's his name, right?
Oh, they're back there.
Yeah.
I thought they did him.
Because I know the other day on the fan page, somebody had like overlaid the amiibo on top of one of the bases and was like, "Hey guys, we need this now." Like, at least I'm pretty sure they haven't done it. If not, we might need to scans the interwebs.
Maybe they didn't. I thought we had it. No, we only have the 3 right now. Well, and this one's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did not get the link on Epona. Epona.
I don't know where we would have put it, because I don't think it really would have fit in the cabinet, because that's taller than Ed and I.
It's big, and I did not feel like paying the price for it.
It was also what, $745?
It was expensive. I mean, I paid that much for other ones, but I didn't feel like paying for that one.
I don't know.
I didn't really like the look of it that much.
I think the most expensive one that I've gotten is Ed 9. That one was only about $500. Same with the next Cowboy Bebop one. I think that one's only about $500.
Pretty sure I have one that's still waiting to ship that was more expensive than
Really?
these.
Which one's that?
I can't remember what it was.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to say it was Death. I don't think it was Death. From,
I know what you're talking about. From the one Four Horsemen
yeah.
bullshit game. Not Dark Riders.
Darksiders.
Darksiders, there we go. That's close.
Yeah.
I was in the right ballpark.
Actually, that might not have been the expensive one, though.
I don't know what else you've gotten.
I know I got one.
Was it Mega Man? Or Base?
It might have been Zero. One of them I'm paying for like a year before they were shipped to me. It might have been Zero.
We get too many figures. We need to get more cases for our figures.
I want to get the Minda that they have on there, but
even on sale, that one's expensive.
yeah, and you gotta pay a lump sum.
Oh, because it's not payment plan, because it's already released.
I think they do. They do accept like a 2 or 3 month payment plan on it, but even still, that's
a couple $100. Yeah. But that's everything that we have for this pickup video. Like we said at the beginning, we've got a lot more stuff coming in, so we could probably do a smaller one here.
What happened?
Oh, it's still recording. That's why I asked. I just haven't wanted to touch it yet because I don't know if it's gonna mess it up. But yeah, we've got a lot more stuff coming in, so we'll probably be able to do a smaller pickup video here shortly. But yeah, we just need to be able to get all of this filmed so we can figure out where we're putting it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because I think this is gonna fill up PS4 section.
I have no idea where we're putting those guides.
I do. I got an idea.
Oh.
I want to get them put into the spreadsheet first. But if you guys like our content, be sure to check us out on Twitch. Sometimes we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, depending on how tired we are. But typically we do always do Saturdays, Sundays, and then if we have any like Monday holidays. Usually definitely that Monday. So keep an eye out for that. We always post on Instagram when we're going live, and if you do happen to miss any of our streams, we do post all of our old streams on YouTube, so be sure to check that out too if you missed anything. Right now we're doing some Atelier Ryza stuff before the third one comes out, hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully we get it beat.
And some Final Fantasy 7 here and there.
Yeah. Probably a smattering of other things occasionally, but...
Yeah, there's one other thing I want to play, but that's a surprise.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I might play that today. Maybe. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I think I do. Anyways,
Anyways.
until next time, guys.
See ya.